In a deep, enchanted forest, where the moonbeams struggled to touch the ground, there lived a strange and hungry shadow. It wasn't an ordinary shadow. This one had an appetite for prayers. Every time an animal in the forest whispered a hopeful wish, the big shadow would creep closer and swallow it whole, leaving only silence behind. The forest grew sadder and darker with each passing day. One evening, a gentle deer, her belly aching with hunger, bowed her head and prayed for a patch of fresh, green grass. But her prayer was gobbled up by the shadow, and her hunger only grew. High in the trees, a little bird with a broken wing prayed to soar into the sky again, to feel the wind beneath her feathers. But her prayer vanished too, and she remained stuck on the branch, unable. The animals started to believe their voices didn't matter, that they were all alone in the vast, quiet darkness. But in a cozy burrow, a tiny field mouse with bright, hopeful eyes remembered a story her grandmother used to tell. It was from a special book, Psalm 34. And it said, "The Lord is close to the broken-hearted and saves those who are crushed in spirit." The righteous person may have many troubles, but the Lord delivers him from them all. The little mouse closed her eyes, and with all the strength in her tiny body, she prayed. She didn't whisper. She prayed with a voice full of belief, louder and clearer than any prayer the forest had heard in a very long time. At first, the hungry shadow heard her prayer and rushed towards her, growing bigger and darker, trying to swallow her hope just like all the others. But something different happened this time. As the mouse held on to her faith, a tiny, warm light began to flicker inside her heart. It was small, just a little spark, but it was powerful and pure. The shadow recoiled, confused by this unexpected brightness in the gloom. The little mouse kept praying, and with every word of faith, the light in her heart grew stronger and brighter. It spilled out of her, pushing back the darkness. The light expanded, spread in from the burrow, touching the trees and the flowers, chasing the giant shadow away until it dissolved into wisps of smoke and disappeared completely. Suddenly, the air was filled with a beautiful sight. All the prayers the shadow had eaten were released, flying up into the night sky like 1,000 shimmering stars, finally free to travel to where they were always meant to go. And then, a gentle miracle unfolded. Sweet, fresh grass began to sprout for the hungry deer. A soft breeze lifted the little bird. Her wings suddenly healed, and she soared joyfully into the starlit sky. The entire forest was bathed in a warm, gentle glow, filled with the comforting presence of answered prayers and renewed hope. So, tonight, as you drift off to sleep, remember the brave little mouse. No matter how dark it may seem, your voice is never too small, and your prayers are always, always heard. Your faith is a light that no shadow can ever extinguish. Good night, and sleep peacefully, little one.